And even our clean energy, hydro energy, has emergent characteristics. We have dammed so much water in the northern hemisphere that we have actually changed the length of the day on this planet. We've changed the center of gravity of the planet. What we have to look forward to in the 21st century are solutions that are more holistic, that involve high technology but go well beyond technology. And here in the state of Vermont, this is something that has characterized our ethos for generations, is this holistic perspective. And at the University of Vermont, it's even more true than at many other universities, to take this holistic perspective and look to the future.
As the president of our state's only research university, I have often remarked with great pride in our wonderful faculty, staff, students, and very accomplished alumni that the university is a key part of the engine driving economic development and sustainability in our state. One of the most important roles we play in that engine is as a knowledge connector to students, to communities, to our higher education partners, to government, and to industry. This conference will be a first step in connecting this collective knowledge around energy systems and the smart grid in our state with the expertise of the excellent partners we found at Sandia National Laboratory and in the U.S. Department of Energy.
I really believe that our ability to partner, frankly, in ways that we perhaps have not yet discovered, will in fact define how well we can meet these challenges. I must say that from what I've seen, the track record in Vermont of forming partnerships between communities, government, the state, the academic sector is truly, truly remarkable. I am impressed. It's my hope that what is created here will serve as a critical laboratory of learning. And quite frankly, again, I'm eager to have Sandia right in the middle of it, working with you. Part of what we're about here in the next 2 days is about changing culture. It's about changing human behavior. It's about making sure that the energy conversation and the awareness of energy is a part of our daily lives in ways that it is not, quite frankly, today. It's about this intersection between technology, policy, and people. It's an interesting interconnection or connection point, and it holds some significant challenges. And this is where I think we are going to see some real power and learning that will come out of this particular partnership. As I close here, I would also like to thank some key folks here in the leadership who have made this happen. And of course, first and foremost, Senator Bernie Sanders. Senator, it's been a pleasure to work with you. Senator, the seeds of this were planted a couple of years ago when you came to Albuquerque to visit that laboratory. Thank you for that visit. We would not be here today without that interaction. Governor, thank you also for your support. We will need it as we move forward. The policies that the state bring to this, the resources that the state brings to this through your office will be an integral part, I believe, of the solutions that we put together for the nation, for the area, and then also for the nation.
This is a big deal. We have before us an extraordinary opportunity to not only do great things for the state of Vermont and our people, but to be a leader for the nation. To have the rest of the country look back on what we are doing in terms of energy through the Sandia Vermont project and say thank you very much for the groundbreaking work that you did. Vermont is in a unique position nationally as it relates to developing a smart power grid, because we are embarking, as all of you know, on a project which will, within a few years, make us the first state in the United States to provide almost universal smart metering in businesses and homes throughout the state. Vermont was awarded nearly $69 million in federal funds to upgrade our grid and deploy new technology in the form of smart meters to nearly every home and business in our state. Vermont's utilities provided a match of $69 million for a total of a $138 million project, making this one of the largest infrastructure projects in the modern history of our state. Today marks an important step forward in our effort to establish a Sandia Vermont Center for Excellence. And with Vermont set to achieve near universal deployment of smart meters by 2013, we have an opportunity to increase efficiency. In other words, we are leading the country. We are doing very well. We can do even better. And that's what the smart grid is about, and that's what our work with Sandia is about. However, we are going to face certain questions which the Sandia Vermont Center for Excellence will help Vermont and the nation address. Here's just some of the practical issues that are out there that we've got to solve. The Vermont-Sandia partnership, when fully realized, will establish a Center for Excellence right here in Vermont that will conduct advanced research, that will bring us closer to energy self-sufficiency in this nation, that will greatly increase energy efficiency, and that will help develop a new green economy. This partnership will work with businesses and academia to develop new technologies, new policies, new procedures to move our nation forward in the 21st century. This state for many years has played a leadership role in a number of areas. We are small, we know each other, we work well together. If we can pull off half of what I believe we can, this will be a significant step forward throughout the United States of America in terms of taking on one of the great challenges that we face, and that is energy, combating global warming, and making our society cleaner and more sustainable.
The title of your conference, Smart Grid and Beyond, is ambitious. It reflects the ambition in Vermont's smart grid initiatives, including the program to install smart meters across 85% of all electricity customers. This broad deployment, combined with an assessment of customer pricing programs, should yield important insights that we can transfer to other programs around the country. As you're all aware, this metering program was awarded funds in the 2009 Recovery Act. These funds make it possible for Vermont utilities to do in 3 years what otherwise would have taken more like 8 years to accomplish.
So briefly on consumer behavior, as we move forward, I'd like to be flexible as we move forward. As we look at rate designs, as we look at information that we're providing consumers, we're going to have to experiment. We're going to have to understand what best fits with consumers. We have some challenges coming ahead. We have to find a way to make sure that we can integrate generation, manage the energy, engage consumers, but also protect the environment. Sometimes those are conflicting objectives. So we've got to recognize it, we've got to evaluate the pros and cons and the cost implications, and really go forward to making educated decisions.
We not only have an obligation to Vermonters, but we have an obligation to the planet to use what we see and take proactive action to make change as quickly as we know how. We have all the tools with the Sandia Partnership to make a difference for Vermonters in their lives and to show the rest of the nation how to get it right. We'll do that. But as we do it, I ask us to remember we cannot move fast enough. We cannot move fast enough.